Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Just Juicy podcast. It's your host, Juicy Justine, here to talk about all things juicy in life, getting raw and real. So thanks for listening, and happy to have you here. Hey, welcome back to the Just Juicy podcast. I'm here gathered today with Larry Goone, my Born a Babe photographer, bestie, and Scott Martin, one of our friends here that we go to the gym with, hang with every day.
What's up, Justine?
What's up? We were talking about a lot before this.
Oh my God. Do we need to start somewhere special or just do it?
Just like, what is the first thing that everybody should be like listening to first? What's most important?
Well, listen to your heart for sure, because yeah. I mean, even if you're not conspiracy minded, I'm all the way here. You can't change this. You're going to know that something is wrong, even if you don't believe in conspiracy theories. This is not normal what's happening right now.
100%. It's just no brainer. Something's off.
Well, when they're forcing you, to show a vaccination card and an ID to go get a burger, but not to vote, right? Something's wrong here. Yeah. Like they're telling you, black people can't get IDs. What? If you're black or brown or yellow and you got a vaccination, you had to show an ID for that. So don't tell me you don't have an ID to show to vote, because you got your vaccination and you were showing an ID to get the vaccine. They need to put you on the database and you have to prove who you are to show that you got that vaccine. So then you can show that same ID to vote.
Anyone, doesn't matter what race or color. Segregation isn't the way.
No, and you know what? Only legal American citizens should be able to vote. None of this Pelosi crap where they're letting you become an illegal alien and still get the power to vote. In New York, you're an illegal alien and you can, participate in the governmental elections and your local municipality elections. Absolutely bullshit. Yeah. You should never be able to do that. Only legal citizens get to vote, Pelosi.
Yeah, it's just not fair. Like, it's a total tactic. They're just like, let's let them in, and then they'll vote for us in return, and we'll just use everybody's tax-paying money to cover it.
And everybody knows that. And everybody knows that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah. And still, Pelosi's like, walls are immoral. Man. They just built a concrete wall around the White House. Did you know that?
Wow, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Oh, concrete wall, for the first time ever in history, went up inside the wrought iron fence that surrounds the White House already. So, hey, listen, we already have a fence surrounding it, and now they're putting up for the first time a concrete wall. To me, that says they're planning on doing something seriously fucked up, and they want to protect themselves from any Americans coming after them.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even hear about that.
Oh, yeah, and Pelosi's like, walls are immoral. You shouldn't. We can't do that to our southern border. God, I wish somebody would flush that piece of shit already.
Yeah, I think I have a... Oh, wait, where... Boo, there's the go. Like, where's the boo button?
Oh, yeah. No, you know who you need that for? Is for fucking fascist Fauci. I mean, listen, more people believe Joe Rogan than Fauci. And that's awesome, because Joe Rogan speaks the truth and Fauci just continuously lies to everybody.
Yeah, well, he searches for the truth.
Oh, I think you should wear the whole box of masks next time, because then you can save the children that way. It's horrible.
Taking out the breath that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, come on. Fauci.
Oh, for the kids.
Listen to me.
Oh, my God.
He's the biggest murderer that we know. Him and Bill Gates right now. They murdered, and they will continue to murder more people than Pol Pot, more people than Stalin, more people than Hitler. These guys were amateurs compared to Fauci and Bill Gates, They're doing it sneaky. Oh, with the vaccines. get your vaccine. You need the vaccine. Really? For what? For flu? 100% of the people recover from this thing, and they're coming after the 6-month-old to 4-year-old babies.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the babies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, what was it, like 6 months ago, you were to say the vaccine, like, doesn't stop you from getting COVID, you'd be canceled. But now it's a fact.
That's what it was. Like
know.
everything that we talked about before, you were like basically a conspiracy theorist for saying it, and we knew it was the same back then, but now they're saying, oh yeah, like the CDC just came out and said during Delta, the people who had natural immunities were 6 times more protected than anybody who took the vaccine. And we knew that, they weren't mentioning anything about natural immunity. They wouldn't mention it. It was just take the vax, get the shot, get the shot, get the shot. Well, what about the people who already were sick and now they built up immunities? You still need the shot. That's all garbage. It's all garbage.
And the fact that they make it free, but they don't make water or food free,
this is obviously it's not about health. There's so many things they can do if they really wanted to increase our health. Like, how about that? Our Surgeon General, I forgot what his name is, Vivek Murthy or something like that.
What happened?
He never mentions you should be getting sunlight and exercise and eating well. Never. It's just like, well, the only thing I can tell you is you need that fucking shot. It's bullshit.
And the mask. Oh my God.
Oh my God. The face diapers. Yeah, forget about it. Like all the other countries in the world are saying, fuck it. You don't need it. It's getting out of there for schools. You don't need it. Even the the mandates and, all the vaccine passport and stuff. Everybody's like saying we're dropping that shit except for America. The only ones who are doing it is America because Obama runs this country and the puppet pseudo-president Beijing Biden, the globalist piece of shit, is doing anything that Obama says to do, This is not Biden doing anything. He can't even think. He drools on himself and shits himself. How is he going to make any decisions? That's true.
Yeah, I don't trust any of the politicians, though. They're all puppets.
No.
They're all getting paid. They're paid puppets.
Besides getting paid, they've got major investments in China. So
Oh my
Pelosi,
gosh, what's happening in China? What's happening in China? What you were telling me that everybody should know.
Well, the Uyghurs
the
basically,
thing.
yeah, the Uyghurs are being
Can't
held.
even get out of your house without a.
Well, that's different. That's like, right now, if you live in New Zealand or Australia, you have cops outside of your house preventing you from leaving. You can't even.
What?
You can't leave. They will.
They don't have guns there.
They'll arrest you. Oh, that's why. Anytime.
We need to talk about those guns.
Anytime they take your guns away, the next thing is taking your life away.
Right, because then you can't protect yourself.
That's right.
It's also just if everybody owns a firearm, you're not gonna make laws that would infringe on somebody's rights like that. Like you don't even have to use the guns. Just if everyone has them. They're not going to make stupid laws like that where they're going to try to force you to stay inside.
Well, they always say,
otherwise we're going to shoot
that, guns kill. Well, listen, I got a really nice gun, and it's been sitting in its case
you should show us.
for 2 years.
Show
right?
the YouTube.
I'm just saying, it's my gun's been sitting in its case for 2 years.
Like we took pictures in them.
I didn't see any arms or legs on those guns.
No, and it's never shot anybody. It could sit on a table for 10 years, and it'll never shoot anybody. It takes a person to shoot somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And it's better to have it and not use it than to need it and then you don't have it.
That's exactly right. And that's
so
why
I really need to get one.
And that's why I got
I have
mine.
my Ford card though.
Yeah, and they're going to make it so now, obviously, it's like they're hiring 87,000 more IRS agents. 87,000 more IRS agents.
Why?
To spy on us. Instead, they should be hiring 87,000 more border agents.
Yeah.
Or 87,000 more police officers.
IRS agents will make them money,
Oh, are you kidding me? And they're going after the little guys.
Yeah.
They're letting people like Elon Musk and, Bill Gates and all these guys that are multi-billionaires who pay almost nothing in taxes. That's fine. But if you got $600 from your family members throughout the year, you're going to be flagged.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, any transaction over $600.
It's not just a transaction, it's combined. So you could get 15 transactions of $100 each or $50 each. And if it equals up to $600 or more for the entire year,
What?
they flag it. Yeah.
How does that work then with like paychecks and stuff?
No, it's not paychecks because you're already,
Is it just like Venmo?
It's
and
Venmo,
bank
it's bank deposits,
Cash,
it's
okay.
PayPal, it's cryptocurrency now.
Oh, boy.
They're checking everything because they want to squeeze all that fucking money out of the little guys so they can give it to the fucking illegal aliens and pay for their housing and pay for their food and pay for everything when we got veterans who are homeless, and they deserve that way more than some wetback that came over from fucking some coyote that brought him over here, asylum. Fuck you, asylum. You, with your iPhone and your fucking Nassau t-shirt, there's no asylum for you. You're just looking for better life. It's stupid.
I mean, you can't blame them.
I don't blame them, but
blame
come
'em.
here legally.
Yeah.
Don't let Pelosi fucking give you a golden tour of Arizona, for free. Don't let Schumer put you on a plane and your entire family and put you up in the Ritz-Carlton for 3 years. That's what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's their thing is that they can do that. They have a very, very high probability of getting all their votes. It just makes it
And
easier
who's
to
paying
continue
for
the
that?
ministry.
That's the $600 that the IRS is looking for. So they want to tax your ass, make sure that you paid them $14, but they're going to let millions slide by from Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Pelosi because they can just, they've got some loophole or something. I didn't make $85 million. No, that went into my foundation. All right, whatever. You made that money, bitch.
Oh my God. Getting raw and real here. Exposing some truth I didn't even.
Come on, that's
hear
how we
about
do it.
until now.
Listen, it's
awareness.
it's not conspiracy theory when you have proof. Then it's just conspiracy.
Mm-hmm. That's what the CIA made to,
They literally came up with that term, conspiracy theory, in the 60s when people wouldn't accept the fake premise that, Lee Harvey Oswald by himself got 3 shots off of that rifle.
The magic bullet. Theory.
Bullet. There you go, man.
About this.
It goes all the way back to Kennedy.
It doesn't even make any sense.
None of it makes sense. But if you were somebody back then saying, "Ooh, I smell a rat," it's like my spidey sense is tingling because what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. You were called a conspiracy theorist.
Gaslight you.
Exactly.
It's a great strategy.
That's
what I'd do to somebody if I had to hide some shit.
That's called.
Oh, they're crazy.
That's communism. That's communism.
Yeah.
By lying to you so much that you don't know what the fuck the truth is anymore. That's where we are right now.
It's like, how do you find out the truth, right?
You can't anymore because every single news outlet is owned by the same 9 corporations.
Who do you listen to?
Alex Jones and InfoWars for sure because he's been telling the truth forever.
He sniffed out the Epstein Island thing.
Oh, he knew that thing. He
10
talked
years
about,
ago.
dude. He talked about these injections that we're getting being used to thin the herd and make women sterile. This has all been reported on his show a decade ago. Okay, and they tried to silence it. They even went into people's TiVos and eliminated their pre-recorded programs. Like they went into your own TiVo and erased stuff that was on your private hard drive. It's amazing how they can get into everything that way.
Yeah. Alex Jones is fascinating.
He's really smart, and his dad was super smart. I mean, the reason why they consider him crazy and they have to deplatform him because he speaks the truth.
Yeah, his voice really matters and gets out there.
Is that still working?
Okay, yeah, it is.
Ah, good. See?
Okay, cool.
Because we got to make sure that everybody can see
Yeah.
how fucking gorgeous Justine is.
Oh, thank you.
She's the meat in our white guy sandwich here.
The vegan
The vegan meat.
The
Exactly.
plant-based meat. Well, yeah.
You do have meat. You know that, right? This whole
Yeah, the
thing
muscle.
is meat. Exactly.
Yeah, the muscle, yeah.
But it's vegan meat.
Right.
Powered by plants.
Yes.
Yeah.
No cannibalism here.
No cannibalism, exactly. I mean, I love meat with no calories. It is my favorite.
Plant-based pussy.
Plant-based pussy.
No calories there.
Right, come on. Eat as much as you want. Speaking of which, what did we do today?
We had a Born a Babe shoot.
I mean, explain that to your listeners. What exactly is a Born a Babe shoot?
So it's a non-nudity shoot, okay, first and foremost, but it's super cute. You get the outfits, you get the video and photos, you get to play dress up, and you're just looking.
It's so awesome, right?
It's awesome.
You take pretty pictures and it's like, yep,
and
everything.
heels, and
Yep.
you get to keep it all, and it's
Yeah.
so dope. And
And then the pictures and videos,
are so
you can do anything you want with those.
so great, yeah.
Oh my God, they're so fucking hot. Sick.
Sickening.
Sickening. Yep. So, you know, this broadcast is being sponsored by So Blown. Did you know that?
Yeah.
We're,
We love So Blown.
well, we're 20 years old, 2022. That's
I have
20 years
Wow,
of
2
So Blown.
decades.
Yeah. That's like older than you.
No, I'm going to be 24. Well, it's about my age, I guess you could say, almost. When you started it all. What else do you do, Larry? You've done art. You've done
You know, I
business,
produce.
cannabis.
Yeah, I produce events and.
Oh yeah, when you had SexCon. You had SexCon for 10 years.
SexCon is definitely a fantastic event, but now it's about the cannabis pop-up
Now it's
events.
about the
Yeah.
plant medicine now.
So
the herb.
we just love to spread the love and make sure that people don't get ripped off into dispensaries in Illinois
Yeah,
with a
seriously.
35% tax and maximums and no deliveries, and you can't even smell it or see it or anything before you buy it. What a fucking
what?
joke. That's because Prickster. He decided.
I was about to say
You know, because they didn't legalize weed for the smokers. They legalized weed for the tax base, and it doesn't matter. You as a smoker, you don't matter in this. You know. Oh yeah, this is all about the smokers. You know.
Well, even if you don't smoke, because I don't smoke, but I still ingest cannabis. Like, just the way that they do it, regulate it is so...
I shouldn't say smokers, right? Because there's a lot of
Right.
ways to consume it.
Right, and
Yeah.
some people can't smoke.
But I love my smoke.
It's your preference, but as long as you got the cannabis, like, it shouldn't be like treated like how it is. It should be legal everywhere, and people shouldn't be crimed or put in. It's so in reverse.
And
everything that's
everybody
going
should
on.
be able to grow. If you consume it, you should be able to grow it. It's a fucking weed. Jesus, it'll grow on the back of a door. Like, you don't need to do anything special to grow this stuff, you know?
Well, right? I heard it's a lot of maintenance to grow it. I think it is. Well, if you want really good bud.
It's like cooking. You can go to a place where somebody who doesn't know how to cook is making your food, right? And, you know, they barely know how to cook, but they know how to slap a burger on a bun, blah, blah, blah. Or you go to a nice restaurant where the chefs have been super trained, you know?
Yeah, you
So
want the good grown.
you want the good grown, and that's exactly what it is. With weed, you can either get garbage or you can get really good. And so
high quality.
yeah, so somebody who spends that time and like works with it every day and maintains it and really takes care of what they're doing,
Of course, with anything in life.
that's exactly it. So, you know, there is some maintenance involved with growing, but it doesn't require it. But if you want to get really good product, yes, you need to keep an eye on everything.
Get some from MrCBDChicago.com. They
Why-
have
why
edibles,
not?
tinctures,
Exactly.
smokables.
We love
for
Mr.
you.
CBD.
We love him.
Yeah.
Use code Justine10 to save 10% off the entire site.
See, you need that bell right there.
Yeah, I'm going to put the ding, ding.
Not the cha-ching, like cash.
Cha-ching. Oh.
So interestingly enough, you said that you got a degree in electrical engineering and you're not doing it anymore.
Oh, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's just that standard, like, get a 9-to-5 job and then make money and then
Or buy the degree.
and then die.
yeah, buy a degree. No, you
And
gotta buy a house.
And you
Oh,
weren't
yeah,
even
And then
happy
you gotta
with the
get a
degree
family,
or the-
and then you gotta die. You
Right.
missed
Oh,
two
no.
steps.
Oh,
Exactly.
God.
I was like, you know what? I realized it's a bunch of bullshit because I was like, most successful people I know don't have college degrees, and they're happy, and they make a shit ton of money because they're happy.
Yeah, you want to be happy.
That's the thing is like I realized, okay, there's a lot of ways to make money, and so why not figure it out and be happy while you're doing it?
Exactly.
That's what I did. I mean, now I have an Amazon business. I learned a shit ton about the stock market, made a good amount of money off of that. You know, at trial and error. It's execution. Like, do you want to have that stability, or do you want to feel alive? And so I'm like, okay,
you want to feel
I want
alive.
to have some big nuts, use my brain, and figure out how to make some cash. And you know, you're gonna lose some. You're not gonna win all the time, but you just keep moving forward. You gotta have a good mentality, you know. I mean, now I have a stable 9-to-5 job. I'm a salesman. I sell insurance, but
yeah, Go Health.
Yeah, Go Health. But
you like that job?
Yeah,
more,
but the reason I'm there though is the people are great.
Yeah.
It gives me insurance. You know, that's fantastic. It's good to not have to pay $10,000 a year for insurance. But
oh my God.
I mean, that's how much it is for if you're gonna not be covered by a company. It's about $10,000, maybe a little bit less, but. Anyways, the job is sustainable, right? So it's like something that I can do, and I don't hate it at all. It's actually pretty fun, and it's competitive.
I always wish people a satisfied life instead of a successful one, you know, because success is measured by other people, like looking at you and deciding if you're successful or not. But satisfied life means that you yourself are super satisfied. Like, that's bigger than success. That means that you're happy, you're content, you love what you do. You know, success, I mean, certain people may never be rich, but they're super satisfied, you know. There's other people that are just getting by according to, you know, everybody else, but they're happy, so happy, because they have very little worry, they got very little stress, they got very little overhead. In fact, most people that I know that have eliminated themselves from the rat race are the happiest people out there.
Yeah, because when I was in that rat race, for my age, I was actually like making like top 2% in like cash flow for when I was like 23. I was so miserable. I tell you, half of my days, I was just like, if I died, I don't care.
See, what were you doing?
A terrible mentality.
What were you doing?
I was an electrical engineer at a nuclear plant. It was very boring. I was either bored or I was stressed.
I had just be at the desk?
I was at a desk.
Like Homer Simpson.
Yeah, almost.
Like Homer Simpson?
Yeah, no,
because he runs the nuclear plant.
I was a certain type of engineer there. I made sure things didn't break. Basically, I did a lot of preventative maintenance and a lot of tweaking and a lot of paperwork, too. It was really boring. But, I mean, it was just sucked.
It's like robot work.
It was. I didn't feel alive. I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this for 40 years of my life.
You quit?
Well, I quit.
After how long?
2.5 years I did it.
Did you just walk out, or did you give notice?
I gave him a 3-week notice. It's really funny. I gave him a 3-week notice. Like, one day my boss said, he was like, yeah, you got to, like, go in. Because we were working from home at this point because it was, like, COVID and stuff. He's like, you gotta come in and take some pictures and do some walk down now, because the director was cranky and he wanted it done now. And then I was like, hey man, we're gonna talk after this meeting, okay? And I just told him, I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna give you 3 weeks, I'm out of here. I was like, I'm not doing this, man. I set up before that though, right?
Yeah.
6 months before that.
Oh wow.
I would work, and then I would work on my Amazon business, and I'd do stock market trading. I was busy from 7 a.m. to midnight. Basically about 15 hours a day. I was working my ass off on everything else. Weekends, too, I was hustling. I would have my job. I would have stocks and trading while trying to balance out my job. That means I'd basically have to work until 6 p.m. to get everything done, because I was also trading during the day. I can't work and trade at the same time.
See, and how many times in your life has anybody ever asked you, like, instead of like, hey, man, what do you do for a living? Or, hey, man, where do you live? Or, are you married? Or nobody ever says, are you happy?
Matter.
Dude,
yeah, exactly.
they never ask you, are you happy? You know?
Oh,
like, if they asked me, I would be like, hell yeah, I'm happy. I could use more money. I could
Yeah.
use my money, fuck, but like I'm happy.
Yeah.
If they said, would you rather be rich and miserable, or have enough to get by and super happy? I mean, you know the answer.
Yeah, you could be both.
Well, that's the thing is the only
But
good
yeah.
thing about, or the most important thing about money is it prevents you from having to do things you don't want to do that make you unhappy.
That's true.
You can't be happy with money. You can just not be unhappy. You know?
And that's the thing, like, if you're unhappy already, money's not going to change that.
No,
You'll
it's
just
not.
be rich and unhappy, you know? I mean, I know a
all a
lot of
mindset
people who are extremely wealthy and very miserable.
I think what the best thing that happened to me though is
Yeah,
because I got
started to
put in
change.
that job, because it put me into a corner and it basically said you're gonna break down and crumble as a person. I'm basically gonna lose everything who I am, and so I fought back. I learned a bunch of skills that were useful. I became happy. I grew some nuts. Like I said, you know what? I'm not gonna just be a pussy who sits at a desk all day and does this till I'm 65 and then just die 20 years later. Like, no, this is it. Something clicked in my head and I just said, this is not going to happen. I will die trying, or be poor, go homeless trying, or I'm going to succeed. Either way, I'm going to be more happier. You got to be happy first before you do anything else. That's like the first, it's the highest priority, right?
Oh, definitely.
Once you're happy, then go
Peace of
figure it
mind.
out. Because, I mean, if you don't make a fortune, at least you're still happy. In the end of the day, that's what matters the most.
But it's nice you were able to make a fortune and be happy now. And
I
you
would
love
say
your job.
I would say a fortune. I learned a bunch of
how you
skills.
define a fortune, or like you have a roof over your head,
I
you
have,
have
I have a
food.
roof over my head.
Yeah,
I'm well off
but
now.
most
And then, I have something that I'm doing right now that's fun. Yeah, I'm working for somebody right now, but I wouldn't say it's a rat race. For me, when I wake up in the morning, I like my job now.
That's
I'm
good
like,
you
this
like
is
your job.
fun. I'm going to go sell. I'm going to compete with some people. I like competing. And then, I run my other stuff on the side. I'm busy. I'm busier more than I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, when I see you guys at the gym, that's a lot of my free time during the weekdays, but I like it like that. Like I was talking, you do your own stuff. You're your own boss.
Yep.
You're busy all the time, and you
Yep.
love it.
Yep. When you work for yourself, you get to pick which 20 hours a day you work.
So you want to work midnight to 8, or do you want to work 8 to
exactly.
midnight?
You get to pick, but you're going to work all those hours. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of work, but you know what?
and loving your work.
Yeah, 16 hours of doing your stuff is much better than 8 hours of doing someone else's stuff.
Well, the truth is that when you do something and time flies,
yeah.
that's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe the whole day's shot already. And it's like I feel like I just started, so you want to be doing something, whatever it is, where you feel like I could do this forever, whether I got paid or not,
That's a great way to.
That's why I do these
Yeah.
shoots with hot women like you. I'm not kidding, It's we're
Time
playing
flies.
dress up and taking pretty pictures, It's so much fun.
I'll put the pictures up on the screens.
Oh my God.
This camera, I need to get a new camera, but at least you can still hear us.
Yeah.
How do you know it's overheating?
When you touch it and you burn your finger.
No, it's hot. Duh.
How do you know it's hot? Well, let's see.
Let's not talk about that.
What can we talk about? What else is something good that?
Oh well, listen. You actually want to talk about something that's
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah, something funny.
Yeah,
something that'll make us laugh.
There's nothing funny about what's going on right now. No,
We're all
honestly,
being pranked.
We're all being pranked. Exactly. This is the biggest scam that's ever been portrayed on anybody in the world. And
What are we gonna do about it, Larry?
what-
for
what-
solutions?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean,
what can we do as a community?
well, we need to listen to everybody so we can make our own decisions, and we have to
Yeah.
stop letting the big corporate tech and everybody else decide what we can and can't listen to.
Yeah.
We should be able to hear all sides and then make an educated decision for ourselves, and that could be different from each of us. What it is that we would like to do. You can't be forced to do anything. You'll never enjoy it, so
Yeah, it should be a choice.
it should be a choice. And there are people who wanted to get vaccinated, and God bless them, let them do that.
man.
But you know what? Here's what I think. There are a lot of people that did get vaccinated and they're regretting it, and some aren't and some are. But I don't know anybody that's regretting the choice of not getting the vaccination, Every person that I know that chose not to get it and still has their DNA intact, they're very happy that they made that decision. And the longer it goes on, the more it just backs up their decision not to get the vaccination,
Yeah, it seems ridiculous. It's like they made a concoction. It took them like 4 months. They shoved it out, and they're like, you got to get it. It's going to protect you.
And everybody's claiming that, they're like, oh, yeah, you're screwing with our DNA. And they're like, absolutely not. We are not. But they call it gene therapy, right?
Yeah.
So, who are you trying to fool, you jerk?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's just crazy. I mean, can you believe, like, if you were to talk to yourself 3 years ago?
Oh, I would have never thought that this was even possible.
This is like, yeah, I'd be like, get out of here, stop, you're joking, it's a prank.
Because I would have thought that there was more smart people in America that would have stood up. Like, look what's happening in other countries. They're rioting, they're, like, standing up against, like, what's happening in Canada, the trucking, the trucking embargo.
Convoy. They're trying to censor that and tearing off traffic cameras.
Oh, yeah,
sure no one can see it.
Because Trudeau wants to make it seem like nobody in Canada is on the side of the truckers, And in reality, most of the people in Canada are on the side of the truckers. And most of the people in America are on the side of the truckers. In America, they're just a bunch of pussies here, and nobody will literally stand up for their rights. They're afraid to do something. They feel like their life is cush already and they don't want to upset the boat. This is going to be a hard decision and a hard choice and a hard road ahead if we're going to fight these globalist terrorist murderers.
Yeah, we have to unite with fellow people. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are like realizing what's going on and awakening and wanting to do something. Yeah.
Every day there's more and more people. There's only a time. It's a ticking time bomb. So I say there's gonna be a day when there's enough people that just are fed up with it, where it's just gonna be too hard to push any more of those ridiculous policies.
Well, and also, we've got a lot of gun owners in this country, and when they push us too hard, they're gonna get a gift of brass from a lot of people. I don't think any of them want that,
Because once they take the guns, they take...
I mean, that's what happened in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, they're not taking our guns, though, Justine. They're going to get a face full of bullets from everybody who has the guns. You come and try to take those guns. You'll see what happens.
Also, you got to think about it this way. All the law enforcement, all the military, what side do you think they're on?
Well, listen, here's what I can tell you. Just look at history. When the real shit hits the fan, that military is going to be on the side of the government who pays them. That military is going to be on the side of the government who says, you're going to do this, otherwise we will start doing it to you. All right? So that military and that cop is going to decide, do I want to be the one that they're coming against, or do I want to be the one in power that I don't have to worry about them coming against me? Believe me, if you think that the cops and the military are going to be on your side when the shit hits the fan, look at history. You'll see how all the German people said we're just following orders.
Look in Venezuela, what's happening with the soldiers.
Right, well, I mean,
This is true.
It's the same thing. It's like...
What's happening in Venezuela?
It's just a total shit show.
The bottom line is that if you're with the government, you're taken care of. Your family lives. You have food. You got a place to live.
You're bribed.
If you're not with the government, you're the oppressed. You're the one with a wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread. You're the one who can't afford, to put anything on the plate for your kids. So if you work for the government and you are the oppressors, you at least will eat, your family will have a place to live, and you're not going to be basically looking over your shoulder for somebody that's going to end up killing you. When you don't work for the government, the people who do work for the government will come after you. So that's the choice, Am I going to be one of the people who is being oppressed, or do I work for the government and, have a little bit better life because I'm not the oppressed anymore.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just control you.
Which is wrong.
Yeah.
We all need to like find a way to live off the grid and stop
Yeah.
buying their fucking products and stop paying
Boycott.
their taxes and stop fucking, you know.
Stop paying their taxes.
Right, don't buy shit
Such a
from
chef.
Amazon anymore. And
But you're doing Amazon business, aren't you?
Honestly-
Don't buy shit from me anymore.
it's not about you, it's about what Amazon is doing.
Oh yeah, the big
And it's
Jeff
not like, you know,
Bezos.
oh God, Bezos
Oh
is
my
horrible.
God.
And so is Elon Musk. Everybody's like, oh, he's so nice. That piece of shit launches 5G satellites
We have
with every
his
fucking
Tesla.
SpaceX. Oh my God, he's such a little cunt. Don't get me started on Elon Musk. He's not a good person.
What? Oh my God, why? We have his Tesla, so that's why I always thought he was like. Well, no, now I'm starting to hear from other people though that he isn't that good of a person.
Well,
He's
is
trying to
5G
build the
5G good
surveillance
for
thing
human
and
beings?
Something about the microchip in the brain where he did that experiment. And then
Right,
he's trying
and
to put it
it's
to
also,
people now.
listen, 5G, okay, he
that was
launches
fucked up.
satellites with every SpaceX launch. That gives every government the ability to spy on you, to fucking kill you with your cell phone, to put bad, like, mojo into your mind. That's what those chips are. They're going into your bloodstream, and they become basically like servers for anybody who's got the control to download shit into you. So you're wondering, did I think of that? Or was that something that was implanted in my memory, you know? It's
That's like
very
something
weird.
I saw in Futurama growing up as a kid. I feel like that's like predictive programming just coming
Simpsons?
true. No, the Futurama.
Have you seen all that stuff with the
Oh, yeah, but
Simpsons?
Simpsons,
like the
yeah, there's a
future
lot.
predictions
Yeah.
that's going on?
Yeah.
Well, now the newest one for them is talking about the EMP. I showed you that, right?
Yeah.
Where electromagnetic pulse, where they're talking about here's what's happening next. There's going to be something coming. It's basically a nuclear blast above the Earth, and we don't feel the nuclear blast, but the electronics
Yeah,
are
it's
all
like
wiped out, so
yeah.
they can stop our grid from happening,
Yeah.
and everybody's computers will fry out. Anybody with anything computer controlled, that stuff will die.
Yeah,
Electricity.
electromagnetism.
And this is going to happen. It's not like if, it's just
Conduction
when.
electricity.
And the Simpsons are now predicting that as the next thing. And just wait. We'll look back a couple years from now and say, they did it again. The Simpsons predicted the truth. You know?
What are we going to do without the electricity? No food, no water.
It'll kill 90% of the people in this country within a year.
Yeah, those who can't figure it out.
And within 3 or 4 days, people will start murdering each other for their food.
Yeah.
Same.
They don't
I
want to.
gotta grow my food.
Yeah, I mean,
Get off
people are so
grid.
dependent.
We are.
We're so dependent on
Grocery
everything.
store and
That just shut down, we'd go insane.
It's amazing. Like, you learn a lot of bullshit in school, but not how to grow your own food.
or how to filter your own water.
Or how to do without all the garbage that they say you need.
Yeah.
That is we
Learn
need-
that in, like Boy Scouts and
No.
not Boy Scouts, like Eagle Scouts.
No.
No, they don't even teach that.
No, because the Boy Scouts have been sued a million times for having
Really?
a lot of their leaders of the groups, molesting the children.
Oh yeah, that stuff. I get. Are they
That's
even around
exactly
anymore?
why they're doing it now. It's just like, oh, I'll be a boy. Think about it. If you were a gay man, wouldn't it be a really good
nothing
position?
wrong with being gay though. for
No,
the
but
gay
like,
men.
listen, if you're a gay man and you hang out inside of the steam room at your local gym, but you're a gay guy, so every other dude walking in this place is like, they don't realize you're gay. So everybody's in there naked in the steam room, and only one of you's got a heart on.
I guess that's true. Okay, so yeah, then if you were a pedophile, then being a Boy Scout troop leader would be,
An instant in.
yeah, that would be where you would want to go.
Like if you're a priest and you molest children, it's because you have such access to them.
Yeah, they have that power. I mean, it happens a lot.
Very scary.
Yeah,
And listen,
that's-
pedophiles deserve to die. There's all these people trying to make it like normalizing it, Oh, they're not called a pedophile.
Okay.
They're just attracted to youth.
Well, it's one thing if they're like, yeah, you can rehabilitate them if they're caught with like child pornography, but if they take action and actually physically do harm onto a child, then like that's
if you're
a crime.
listen, if you're
Life in
subscribing to
prison or
child pornography,
death.
your fucking brain is already warped.
Yeah.
If you got child pornography, you have no chance of being saved. You're already too deep, and this is something that is so fucking hard to get out of. It's like, worse than trying to quit smoking cigarettes. It's worse than trying to stop masturbating. You have a problem. You're a child lover, and that never goes away. And people are trying to normalize it now, saying, well, I think, who's to say pedophiles are wrong?
What the fuck?
Who's to say
Disgusting.
you shouldn't be able to love a child? You got to be kidding me, right? And this is what the Democrats are trying to do. Like, Nadler is a complete pedophile. So is Schumer. These guys are trying to, like...
There's a lot of CNN employees getting caught.
Yeah, Don Lemon. All these guys, man, they like little boys. And it's a sickness. Can't be cured.
How do you know that? My God, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know who.
Didn't like 5 CNN employees get caught like child porn in like the last like,
oh my God,
couple
that's
months?
terrible, though. That's so bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. And it's,
Elon Musk said something there. They wanted to like interview him on CNN. He's like, I'm not perverted enough to be on there. It was kind of funny.
well, you never know.
That just took a turn there.
Yeah, is that weird, right? So we'll take a break then, It's like, yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes after this commercial. Well, how many podcasts have you done already, Justine?
Let's see. I have to count. I think I've done more than 5, but less than 10. So I think I've done like 7 or 8, or yeah. I think this is. I don't know. I have to count.
And do you title the podcast?
Yeah. What should we title this one?
I was going to ask you,
Yeah,
what are you going to call this?
You're creative. I like your ideas. Tell us what you would call this, because there's so many things.
I would say you should call this the podcast your mom warned you about.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
my mom listens to my stuff, by the way.
She's never met me, though,
Yeah, she's never met you. I met you through
Hey, Christine. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Christina.
Yeah, well,
This is Larry Goone.
yeah, I'll meet you soon.
Yeah, we met through Instagram.
That's true.
And then we met up at the mall at Woodfield.
That was
I
like 4
there.
years ago.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago. And then that's how I also met Mr. CBD Chicago through
Me?
Mark.
Yeah.
Through Larry. Larry
Yeah,
through
no,
Mark. They were friends for like over 10 years,
But
right?
I introduced Mark to a couple of different gorgeous women, and he seems to want to recruit all of you away from me.
Oh, we're still on your side too. We're all
No, I know. I'm
together.
just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
Yeah, whatever you're gonna do in life, just make sure you're happy while you do it. And if you're not happy, at least make sure it's sustainable, so you can give yourself a chance to find something that makes you happy. I think that's a good takeaway.
That's great advice.
And you're
yes.
never going to find happiness in somebody else. You always have to find it in yourself. You can be happy by yourself. You'll be even happier with somebody else.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah, it's true.
No, it is true.
Yeah.
I mean, happiness is a state of mind.
That's a good one. But it's very true, Happiness is definitely not a potato.
Yeah.
And how do you get happy? Both of you. What makes you the happiest?
I think it's a combination, You
Yeah.
can get a little bit happy from different aspects of life. I mean, for me, it's
What are the
definitely
aspects?
being around the correct people all the time, like the uplifting, positive people that make me better as a person. That's an aspect. I think doing something that I love or that is fun for me, like in a constant day-to-day basis, like every day, just doing it every day, that's definitely makes you happy every day. For me, working out every day, almost, that makes me happy. I mean, when you combine all those, it's just like, I'm always at like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Usually all the time. Like maybe I have like a spurt during the day where I get pissed, but like 5 minutes later, I'm fine. I mean, when you take all those little things away, like if I stop working out, I'm only at a 6 or 7 out of 10. And then I stop, like doing what I love, try to get greedy, trying to make more money. Now I'm only at like a 5 out of 10 every day. I mean, I think it just, for me, it's adding up all the little things, you know?
Yes.
Doing the little things correctly that all make you happy. I think they all add up.
Your habits.
Yeah, the habits, just happy habits. Learn
Yeah.
as many happy habits as you can, and just, you know, use your intuition. Don't lose it. Don't let it go downhill. Keep them afloat. Do them every day, you know?
For me, I am happy because I believe in God and I love God and I give God praise every single moment. Like gratitude is the attitude. So when I can wake up in the morning healthy and get out of bed, man, I'm a winner already. Nothing else matters. I'm healthy. I got out of bed. Thank God you gave me another chance, another day to do something good and to better myself, you know?
Oh,
So
I love that.
nothing else matters at that point. If you get up and you're healthy and you have gratitude, you're already happy.
Yeah, that's so important. Gratitude's that ultimate perspective. Because I think without getting out of college, without starting at my shit job where I was just miserable every day, now when I do everything else, it's like amplified.
Yep.
Like I'm actually, like if I wasn't in a shitty state for 2 years of my life, everything I do now would just be like, eh. But because I understand the importance of just not being miserable, that gratitude just makes it a million times better.
And we all are in control of that. Like, we're out of control about 99% of the time with what happens to us in this world. But we're in control 100% of how we react to it. So,
Yeah.
you know, shitty things happen, but
All the time.
how you deal with it, that really makes you who you are.
That's what matters.
That is what matters.
Yeah. And I think
Life's what
It's
you
just
make it.
a
So
giant
let's
circle.
make it right.
Make
Everybody
it right.
know.
Exactly. That's funny.
Great advice. That was wonderful. You know, like great note to end off with.
Yep.
Yeah. After all the craziness in this world, it just comes from within you too.
Yeah. And then
What do you-
also, everyone's lying to you. That's the other takeaway.
What do you do to be happy, Justine?
Oh, so many things. You know, doing, you know, coming up with you guys, getting to talk about real things, that makes me happy. And putting out the truth there, it's getting to express ourselves in any way that we like to. Yes, definitely exercising, the movement, eating right, you know, taking
Yeah.
these sexy photos.
That does, right?
This is so fun, getting to travel, learning new things every day, just even being alive is just every day. I'm just so grateful to be alive.
It's a blessing.
So many things.
Every
Like that I
breath
have-
is a blessing.
that I have a roof over my head, that I'm able to eat, that I have good water and friends and food and family and everything. And it's a good life. And I'm really, you know, I want more people to be like, you know, feeling good and having access to things that basic necessities. I want to help the community. That's definitely something we need to help each other, because this government isn't going to help us.
Nope, they want to kill us.
Yeah, they just want to drain us.
Yeah, so we got to come together. Whether we're jabbed or not, whether, you know, we wear the face mask or not, or whether we're Republican or Democrat, like it
Yeah, that doesn't
I'm
matter.
already in.
It doesn't. At the end of the day, we're all humans.
Yeah.
You take the colors away, you take red away, you take blue away. It's kind of crazy.
We all
how-
bleed red.
Yeah, we all bleed red. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You should respect everyone's.
Yeah.
They should respect yours.
That's a great thing to end this on.
Yeah.
Everybody should respect each other.
Yeah.
Except for when it comes to Joe Biden.
Fuck that, dude. I mean,
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go.
Great episode. Woo!
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Thanks for listening, my fruity friends. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this episode. And thanks for having an open heart and mind listening to this. Be sure to stay juicy. Oh yeah, baby. It's Juicy Justine sending you peace, love, and many hugs.